Hey guys, so do you like to be a little bit more active in your stock investing? Well, Fidelity, I know most of my viewers probably know, has rolled out their dollar based, what they call dollar based investing, aka fractional shares, aka the M1 killer. Just kidding. But there are some very huge advantages to Fidelity and their dollar based investing. Um, what is dollar based investing? Well, you can take let's say Netflix right here that's trading at 300 some dollars. I actually don't know, but you can literally buy $5 worth of Netflix stock instead of buying a whole share. And the great thing about it is, if you look at this little thing here, zero minimums, zero account fees, zero commissions, zero obstacles, and the greatest thing that is a huge advantage over M1 Finance is that you can trade all day long. All day. Like, you don't have to just worry about one trading window with M1 Finance. If you're at lunch, you can decide to buy $20 worth of Apple. You know what I mean? Which is nice. With M1 Finance, you can't do that. Now, doing this takes a lot more work. That's the advantage of M1 is you can set up your complete entire pie and just deposit money. That is the strength of M1, and then M1's um, algorithm, or whatever you want to call it, allocates the money for you based on your percentages. That is the strength of M1 Finance. Now, so with Fidelity, it is going to take some time and it's going to take some work to, figure out how much you need to invest in Apple to do a 5% allocation, how much you need to invest in Amazon to have a 8% allocation in your portfolio. So yeah, you're going to have to do some math if you want to replicate what you're doing in M1 over to Fidelity. But if you desire more control that M1 doesn't offer, I have a feeling that you'll also be kind of geeked out over doing that yourself manually. Another awesome thing about Fidelity and their dollar-based investing is you have access also to their zero fee index funds. You have access to all the ETFs as long as the company is traded on the NASDAQ or New York Stock Exchange. You can invest $1 if you wanted to. Let's see if there's anything that I wanted to touch on here. How are fractional share only positions impacted by corporate actions like dividends and stock splits? Let's see, where was it? For customers participating in Fidelity's dividend reinvestment program, fractional dividends will reinvest in the same manner as full shares. So it's going to be, reinvested. So that's another difference between M1 Finance and Fidelity. M1 Finance won't reinvest back into the same stock. There is a minimum of $10 in M1 Finance to invest. So that is, you can call that a pro or a con. In my opinion, I call it a pro. Other people might not, think differently, but with Fidelity, when they do a dividend reinvestment, if you get 50 cents, it's going to reinvest into the stock. With M1 Finance, if you get a 50-cent dividend, It's going to sit there in your cash portion of your account until you either put in, $9.50 to reach the $10 minimum, or it's just going to sit there and not reinvest at all. So that is the difference between how the dividends are handled between M1 and Fidelity. Now, the only other thing is fractional, or I keep calling it fractional, but they call it dollar-based investing, is only available through the Fidelity mobile app. So you have to download the app and trade from your phone. And I think that's, I'd rather trade on a desktop, but obviously we're more tethered to our phones nowadays, and I think that's going to help them gain more customers for sure. Like today, I bought $25 worth of Pfizer, and I had to do it on my phone because I can't do it online on my desktop. So I think that's it, guys. I just wanted to give my thoughts on M1 Finance and Fidelity. I still have my M1 Finance account. This Fidelity thing is really, really making it difficult for me to want to stay with M1 Finance. If I were, M1 Finance, I think, is great if you have an ETF portfolio, a long-term ETF portfolio. If you buying single stocks like I have been in M1 Finance is not the strength of M1 Finance. The ETF portfolio is the strength of M1 Finance. The long-term, very long-term investor is the strength of M1 Finance. For Fidelity, the dollar-based investing, this is the advantage. This takes the advantage over M1. And of course, sirens go off. The dollar-based investing, Fidelity is the advantage to the active stock chooser, picker. That sounds funny to me, the word picker, the stock picker. So there are my thoughts. I'm going to be using Fidelity. I have a taxable account opened. I invested in a ETF, and I just put in, I bought $30 of an ETF and invested $29.98. So that is another thing about the dollar base. It's not going to do every single penny, and M1's the same way. I don't know. There's some technicalities about how that works. So, but I am using Fidelity. I'm gonna contribute to my taxable account in Fidelity and see how it goes. This could be the end for M1 for me. I don't know yet. We'll see. Anyway, what are your thoughts? Leave a comment down below. Please like, share, and subscribe if you haven't already. I appreciate you. You guys have a good day. Thanks. Bye-bye.